Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended. And in this video, I am going to show you all 4 of the Drakelings' secret abilities. Now, for those of you that are like, there are secret abilities, things that you probably didn't even know. I'm going to talk about them. Each one kind of has their own little special thing. And some are going to give you better loot. Some are going to give you weird abilities that you might not know about. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you about some of them in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below, and then consider subbing for the algorithm. All right, so there are a total of 4 Drakelings. You just tame them by getting out a torch, and it's not that difficult. I'm not going to show you those. And they can be found where you would expect to find a summer, winter, and in the right biomes. So each of them, they all have some basic things, right? So secret abilities that a lot of people don't know about. The slowfall, some people are like, oh, I just have it and then I drop. No, if you have it in your inventory, you'll have to go into its inventory and then click enable slowfall. If you click enable slowfall, it allows the Drakeling to kind of put itself in the middle of your back, and then you'll prevent any sort of fall damage. Now that also works if you get picked off the back of your mount and it's enabled. It'll basically allow you to kind of have a parachute when you're on your way down to the ground. So it's a huge ability that people don't realize because they're like, oh, it's just active. No, it's not just active. You have to enable it. So make sure you enable that. Now that's not really a secret thing. It's just kind of something that you want to be aware of. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to know about is the native biome boosts. Now, what does a native biome boost look like? If you look in the bottom right corner of my screen right now, you'll see there is a native biome boost marker, and you'll get it for 3 hours if you go into the native biome of whatever Drakeling is on your shoulder. So if I was to go into a winter biome with the winter Drakeling on my shoulder, I'm going to go into a winter biome right now. It'll go and see how it refreshes that inventory. It's going to refresh that and allow me to actually have this native biome boost. Now, as soon as I drop this guy off my shoulder, which I'm going to do right now, you'll see I maintain that for up to 3 hours. Now, that native biome boost does a couple of things. It gives me that boost of whatever I was carrying for 3 hours, but it also increases my experience gained by just a little bit. It's like, I don't know, like 5-10%, somewhere in that range. And then it's also going to increase the loot quality that I pick up by about 10%. Now, just so you understand what that means, I know that's a lot, but if I was in a spring biome and I was using, let's say, one of these guys right here, I'm going to spawn in a loot crate. This loot crate should have a paintbrush and 17 trank arrows. Obviously, you can see that it re-rolls it because I have the boost on my shoulder to being whatever I just have right there. Now, I am in the spring biome, so let's go ahead and do it again, just for those of you. This one says I should have a Hyenodon meat pack and a flamethrower ammo. That's not those two, right? So with the spring Drakeling specifically, if you pick up a spring Drakeling and kind of move around the map, its weird, unique ability is to like uber buff drops. So you can essentially get a spring Drakeling out with a native biome summer boost and put it on your shoulder, and you're going to re-roll the drop every time you open it. Just to show you one last time, there's another one. I should have a sword and a spyglass. It re-rolled it. Now I've got a crazy BP for a saddle and a boomerang. So of all of them, they do re-roll it technically, but the best one seems to be the spring Drakeling. The other ones technically do it, but this one's busted. Don't know why it's busted, but it is. So definitely use that. So the native biome boost is something you want to be well aware of. Now the horde chest, it also seems to apply to the horde chest. For some reason, the spring Drakeling is the best loot. I've tested it a whole bunch, and I don't know why, but every single time the spring Drakeling tends to give the best loot overall. Now let's talk about their specific individual buffs that you get, right? The spring Drakeling, this guy right here, when you apply the buff, in order to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take it, put it in your hotbar, and then use it like a weapon. If you were to hit this, like reload, the reload command, you will have 3 different options. You can share your stored experience. You can use your breath attack, which again, I don't know why you would, because the breath attack isn't that strong. Or you can use the gift of spring. Now the gift of spring, just like you see me able to apply right now, you can do this with all 4 of them. They all have their gift that they can provide, or the aspect that they can provide. And the gift of spring is going to be health regeneration. It's pretty significant. It's right around like 10-15%. It seems like a boost, it's a big boost in health regeneration. It's going to lower your stamina consumption as well. Now, the aspect of summer is this guy right here, and he is going to give you increased movement speed right around like 5-10%. So it's actually a pretty big number for a movement speed buff, and then a little bit of CC duration as well. Now, what does CC mean? So if you ever played League, CC is like when someone locks you in place or slows you. So let's say if you get bowled or if you get slowed by something else, it's going to reduce the time that you spend CC'd. Now, next up is the Autumn Drakeling. Okay, little booger. This guy right here, if you have him on your shoulder and have its effect in place, it's going to give you a little bit of an increase in melee damage and a big increase in your harvesting. Sounds kind of weird, but it is true. And then in my opinion, the best one to have is the Winter Drakeling. The Winter Drakeling's kind of secret hidden thing is when you apply the aspect of winter with it, you are going to have a reduction in damage incoming by 10%. Now, that is almost as good as an imprint boost, so you can add that. You can see right there, native biome boost. And then you're also going to be able to have an insulation boost. So what's that mean, right? So if I put it on my shoulder, I have 29, 112, pick it up, I'm going to go to 141 and 225. So right around 100 in both of those categories. So it's going to give you a huge boost in your ability to survive like situations, which is huge. So basically just like an otter, it would give you a big insulation effect. Now, those are just the basic things that some people knew about, some people don't. They got some secret things that you can put in their inventory as well. In the Summer Drakeling, if you placed a piece of raw meat inside of the Summer Drakeling, what it's going to do is it's going to apply like a, I don't really use them anymore. Preserving bin, that's what the word I'm looking for. Preserving bin, it's supposed to cook this like a campfire, and then it's supposed to, again, what they said is work like a preserving bin, but it seems to not be doing that right now. Okay, cool. Maybe it was just busted. Oh well, maybe it's just busted. The Winter Drakeling's actually going to increase your storage, and I guess it's like serves like a preserving bin as well. It'll increase the time that something lasts inside of it. So if it's 35 minutes in my inventory, it's going to be 5 hours. So it's basically like a refrigerator inside of the Drakeling. For the Winter Drakeling, it literally serves like a fridge. So that's kind of cool, a fun little thing. And then the Spring Drakeling, where is this little turd? This one over here. If I place seeds inside of this, what it's going to do is it's going to basically produce like rare flowers over time. Now, it basically regenerates its health instantly and regenerates health much faster when you use it. And it also passively produces rare flowers in its inventory when you store seeds inside of it. Now, this is just what I'm on my Discord right now and I'm telling me, people are telling me it works. I'm going to believe them for it. But if you just leave seeds in its inventory over time, just like other passively creating things, it'll create that over time. Now, I don't know how long it takes per one, so don't ask me. I look at my Discord, but they're saying it's pretty quick, like 30 minutes or so per rare flower. So those are those. The Autumn Drakeling, people are telling me that there's an increase in resource harvesting, but I'm not really seeing a big one. I know that you get a little bit of one from your personal character, but I haven't really seen one that you would be able to use to apply to another creature. So in order to use those buffs, like I just talked about all 4 of those buffs, right? The Winter Drakeling buff is my personal favorite. What you would do is if you had a creature and you wanted to increase its durability, what I would do is I would take out my Winter. I would put it into the Gift of Winter, which is at 100% right here. And then you would right click. Now you'll notice that there's a little bit of a thingy that goes over the top of it. And that is going to give that creature 100%, I guess 110%, not 100%, 110% is what I meant to say, durability. So it's going to increase its damage reduction. So you could use this for soaking for sure, but it only applies it for 60 seconds. So just be aware of that. So just, you could use that. Now, again, the Autumn Drakeling, I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't see the big boost when I do apply this to something. But I'm just going to show you because the Gift of Autumn can be placed on top of something as well as the Gift of Winter, and it'll increase that harvesting ability. Now, I haven't noticed a major difference, and it's kind of a pain in the butt every 60 seconds to get it out and plop it onto something, but it does give a pretty significant chunk when you're harvesting, so I would assume that it would apply to a creature, but that's up to you. But those are the secret abilities that you need to know about the Drakelings. It gives you a huge bonus, so definitely use those. And hope for this video, I know it's a lot and it's kind of hard to understand, but hopefully this video helps you understand what I'm talking about. So anyways, other than that, teach out.